Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome to the finale of Super Luigi Galaxy. Previously, we took care of the final trial galaxy Rolling Gizmo, which as you should know by now is my least favorite of the three, hence all the lives I lost in that level. We also took care of the last two purple comets, therefore collecting all 120 power stars in the game. Today, without any further ado, we're ready to go to the center of the universe. So let's not keep these two waiting any longer and start our final journey. Alright then, off we go. Off we go is right.
Go, Luigi!
Bowser's Galaxy Reactor, the fate of the universe. So as you can see, I already did acquire this star. There's no way around it to proceeding through the rest of the game when you do approach this point the first time around at around 60 stars. So we're gonna see what the star is like after you collect it. So I guess that's one thing I could show off. I'm gonna look at that as a positive. Actually, what am I doing? I want to go back to the the Lumas, because I know that they say stuff. Those spotlights have their own gravity. Try sticking to them. So as we saw, that is going to be a big gimmick in this first part of the stage. Mama said this fight isn't just for us, it's also about saving your special one. Well, no, she's not really my special one, but let's not go to that right now. Please be careful. Whatever you do, don't fail. Well, saving Peach is a daily thing for the Mario Brothers, so this isn't anything new. We're just doing this in a brand new setting. At least it was brand new at the time this game was released. So like that Luma said that we saw earlier, these spotlights have their own gravity, so I'll have to be attached to them in order to traverse through this first part of Bowser's Galaxy Reactor. There's also drivers along the way that are going to try to stop you from proceeding. Just knock them down, then just go about your day. You can't kill them whatsoever, as you should know about drivers by now. There's a bunch of fire bars here I have to avoid as well, so time is going to be a bit of a key factor in this first part as well. Kind of think of it, there might be more fire bars down the line from what I remember. I don't really know for sure. So after going through a part of the galaxy, we'll be teleported to another planet with a bunch of star bits that we can collect as well. But at this point, star bits are really no use of to us, not right now, of anymore, because we're at the end of the game after all. But there is a special thing you can do when you collect 9,999 star bits. All the coconuts in the world will turn to watermelons. That's about it. So if you're really hell-bent on collecting the maximum amount of star bits in this game, then I say go for it. I've never done it myself because I don't really have that drive to collect something so meaningless now at this point in the game. So those platforms don't stay around forever. They will disappear after a short time, so be sure to move a bit quickly once you do approach that part of this galaxy. It's much more fire bars to my suspicion. For some reason you can't alter the gravity on that desert planet. I've tried it before, not gravity, the camera of that desert planet. I tried it before, it just doesn't work. And it's just kind of awkward to me, I don't know why. Probably because I'm just so used to control the camera so much that it becomes kind of alien once I figure out that the camera's fixed at that part. So these platforms also won't stick around forever, so you have to be careful on your timing with these fire bars, and when the planets rotate, or the planets of fire bars rotate. And I was near death right there, only down to 1 point of health. I really need some replenishments right now. Thankfully I can lure this bullet bill into that statue. Try to do the same thing for that one. No, there's actually a couple of coins underneath that swamp. I don't have to wait for the bullet bills to come out. But pretty soon we'll come across something that we haven't seen in this game up to this point. But it is kind of a staple enemy in the Bowser, not the Bowser, the Mario universe. I was about to say the Bowser universe for some reason. Imagine how cool that'd be though, Bowser as a star of his own universe. Anyways, getting off track aside, we just saw a bonsai bell out of that giant cannon. Just move to the side, that's pretty much all you can do to avoid it. And that's basically the best way to avoid damage from the bonsai bell. And it's gonna be another one right there. Just move off to the side again in case you need to avoid it. You could try and pass by before it fires off if you're fast enough, but I really don't like to take the chance. I also want to say I really like the music here because it's just so dire. Really, it's gonna help drive you into trying to save Princess Peach. Looking for Princess Peach? Too bad, cause she's with me. I also like how Peach and Rosalina say Luigi's name when you are playing as Luigi himself. It's a really nice touch how they added on. And there's the stairway to Bowser. So let's not make haste and go right for him, so we can defeat him once and for all. But of course it won't be that easy. I mean, Bowser Jr. does have an airship that he's commanding, so he's might well just use that to his advantage. There's a live stream on that left platform, there's a one-up over there as well, but I won't go for it. Finally! You got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe. Watch and weep! That's really nothing special, to be honest. From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It will last forever. I will rule every pitiful corner of this universe. So Luigi, as you can see, I got big plans, and stopping you is at the top of my list. Well, defeating Bowser and saving Princess Peach, like I already stated before, is a daily occurrence for the Mario Brothers, and today won't be any different. So starting off, Bowser's gonna have the same shockwave jump attacks that we've seen many times before, but now he has a boulder move, or a boulder rollout move, I guess we could call it. Just deal with him the same way you would with the boulders that we can get star bits from. Wait till his face appears, and then go for the spin attack. Recently I found it more helpful that you can jump, and then do a spin attack to knock Bowser out of that rocky state. I'm not sure why, for the longest time I never did that, but in recent runs of this boss fight, it helps quite a bit. So now we're on this tennis ball planet as we're approaching phase 2 of the fight. Bowser will now shoot out fireballs like we've seen so many times before, and now he's going to be hiding in a shell. The way to deal with him this time is to use these stretch plants and try to knock him out of his spiky defense barrier, and then spin it to him afterwards. I think we're going to do this twice like we did with the first phase as well. So let's wait for him. If you're close enough to Bowser and to stretch plants too, you can knock him out of his spiky defense if he's close enough and he's at the right place. And if you're at the right place too. So do like that. And then spin into him. Then come back around, spin into him again. Now we're approaching the last phase. Also, I've been a fool to neglect mentioning this till now, but I love the music when you fight Bowser. That goes for any Bowser fight. It's a shame you don't get to hear the choir that often when you do set him on his shell, because it is just so good to listen to. It's just so I guess for lack of a better word, epic. Too bad you don't get to listen to that choir when you do knock Bowser in to his vulnerable state. But in this fight, that does get remedied a bit because we get to hear the choir a bit more from what I can remember. So now Bowser's got his rolling spike move again. This time we have to wait for him to jump out and then lure him onto one of those blue cooling spaces. So this is the same way that we dealt with him many a time in the past. Set him to the cooling space when he jumps and then spin into him when he's defenseless. I think this might take 2 hits like we have gone through the other previous phases as well. A little tidbit about the second phase of this fight. The stretch plants can actually defend you from those fireballs, so if the chance arises, you can use that to your advantage. And then lure Bowser back to one of those cooling spaces again, so he has to light his tail on fire before he sets up more fireballs first. Then he's gonna go back into a shockwave, then the rolling spike move. This is a really awkward camera angle, I'm not gonna lie. Let's more concentrate on when Bowser's gonna attack. Alright Bowser, come over here. And now... yeah, got him on his space. I was kinda worried he was gonna land there. But where'd he go? He's over there. Send him on his shell. Then spin once. So come back around, spin again, and that's the game! Okay, so I kinda lied when I said that we got all the Grand Stars of the game. This technically counts as 2 Grand Stars since you are going through this boss fight twice, but at least we get to see Star Transparent. To be honest, I probably should have saved that first boss fight from before, the fall I had with the first boss fight before, and then use that to show off the Grand Star in its all goldenness, but oh well. Can't fix that mistake now since I already did save all that fall long ago. So, bad move on my part. Regardless though, we got our final Grand. It looks so weird when it's transparent. I'm sorry, but it just kinda does. Oh.
Luigi!
Do you hear the baby stars? These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. When stars die, they turn to stardust and scatter across the cosmos. Eventually, that stardust reforms to create a new star, and so the cycle of life continues. But the cycle never repeats itself in quite the same way.
So,
You'll see.
Huh? Huh?
oh,
Oh? Oh.
yes.
Ah. Welcome. Welcome, new galaxy.
And that, everyone, is Super Luigi Galaxy, otherwise known as Super Mario Galaxy. So the reason why I decided to pick Luigi instead of going with Mario is because, one, I really don't see a lot of Super Luigi Let's Plays out there. If I had to guess, maybe a lot of people don't really know that Luigi's a playable character? That's what I'm estimating at least. And also, I just prefer playing as Luigi, just because he has faster speed, better jumping height than Mario does. Don't get me wrong, I do like playing as Mario, but every time I think about playing Galaxy 1, my mind just always prefers going to play as Luigi. I've just always had an affinity for playing fast characters, and very lightweight characters too. They just suit my style, and that's just my preference. As far as the game goes, I think it's one of the best 3D Mario games out there. At least some of the ones that I've played. I beat a lot less buggy than Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. The galaxies themselves, some of them have very unique assets about them, and some of them are very forgetful. Others are just very standard, I find. So when it comes to level design, it does kind of vary around the board for me. If there's one thing I don't like about Galaxy 1, is that it's very linear. Granted, you can find those power stars that are hidden in a level, but other than that, there's really not much freedom to explore in the galaxy to your heart's content. I don't know why, I just think there's some untapped potential that the developers missed out on. Granted, the galaxies are very big, but they're also very linear. I wish they were kind of more expansive. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But regardless, Galaxy 1 is a very great game, regardless of whether you play as Mario or Luigi. And if you do play as Mario, I kind of recommend taking Luigi for a spin if you're able to collect all 120 Power Stars. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do. Some of those Power Stars can be very frustrating, but I suggest taking Luigi for a spin. You never know, you might end up preferring to play as him more like I do, but it's something that I feel like a lot of people don't really know about since it's not really mentioned that much online, at least from what I know. Yet I think it's a very interesting experience to play as the second banana of the Mario Brothers, so to speak.
Thank you for playing my game.
It's not your game, Luigi, that was you that I heard. It's Mario's game, you just happen to have the spotlight this time around.
Thank you. The grand finale galaxy is something we'll explore next time on Super Luigi Galaxy. Until we meet again, farewell for now, and thanks for watching.